Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Mason the Mason. In this video I'm going to show you how to put on a scratch coat for laying stone. So most times when you put it on, depends on what you're doing. This time it's block, and the reason I have to put this wire lap on here is because it's painted and my mortar won't stick to this block, so that's why I have to put this wire on. If you were just putting it on a block foundation, like with no paint or just fresh laid block, you could put the scratch coat right on there and you're good to go. Another thing is I got a piece of wood over there. I'll show you that. This is alright to put the wire right on, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you're using normal like wood, like plywood, like this stuff is like waterproofed already. You know what I'm talking about. If you're a builder, you know that you've seen this before. So it's alright to put the mortar right on this. And yeah. Another thing, if it's normal, you have to put on a tar paper and you have to staple it so it doesn't like rot the normal wood. This wood won't rot, you know what I mean? So now we're gonna talk about the wire. If you notice here, go over to this one. There's two sides to the wire. So this one, you want the mud to catch, right? So these things are all pointing up, right? That way the mud slips in there and holds, you know what I mean? If it was the other way, with these facing down, right? If I flipped it upside down, all the mud would kind of like fall out. It would work, you know, it'd still work, but it won't be as, it'll take a little longer, you know? You can just slap it on there and it's not gonna fall down. So that's the second thing about this wire. And then a third thing is, I'm working by myself, so it's a little hard to hold this. The first thing I do is I'm using a 22 nail gun here. I do the whole top, right? The whole top of this thing. Then I do it in a pattern like this, you know, an angle. You see that? But I do an angle down. That way it pushes all the space out every time. So boom, 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 boom. It pushes all the clay out of it. See back here? It's all solid to the thing because I came on this diagonal, and I come on that diagonal all the way out, and it pushes all the slack out to that corner. And that's pretty much it. You know, sometimes you gotta do some weird cuts. Like I had to go around these wires over here, over that. I had to go around that vent, you know what I mean? You know, just measure it, guess it, I don't know. I use either snips, the green snips I use for that wire, or I use my, you can use a grinder, or you can use a little chop saw. I use my little battery operated chop saw. It's quick, easy, but that's pretty much it for the wire. Some people, you know, they'll tap con it to it, you know. Oh, my bad. Some people will tap con it to it, but I like this little thing. I think it's a hell of a lot faster. Yeah, you just do that, put a shot in here, whoop. You got your little nail. They make them that they come with washers already on them for some of them. I did not have that luxury. But yeah, so right here's this one. I'm gonna go right here. No, whoop. Well, it was right here, but we'll go here. Push against, bam, and you can go right down. So just right across. That's how I do it. If you want, you can use tap cons. It's up to you. Okay, once your wire is all good and tight and everywhere, it's real suction fast, you got a lot of nails in there, you're good to go. It's time to mix up some mortar. What I use is the Quikrete veneer stone mortar. It works really well. So all you're gonna need is that, a bucket of water, an empty bucket, a screw gun, and I use a paddle bit because I don't like to, you know, work and that kind of stuff with a hoe, so I just do it with a screw gun and some bonding agent. Okay, so bonding agent, shake her up. I do a 6 count. You know, I ain't afraid to go a little heavy with it, you know what I mean? And then about a 1/4 bucket. Bring a bag over. for mixing mortar. I need a lot more. I need a couple of these buckets. Alright, once it looks like that, you're about ready to go. You want to give her a touch. Yep. You want her probably about like a brick mortar spread if you ever laid brick. So that's like, it's pretty loose, but it's still stiff. So it's a little stiffer than block mud, or a little wetter than block mud. So you can kind of like see what I'm doing here. That's what you want it to look like. Basically this part, the most important thing is to fill up all these pieces in the wire. And then if you notice there, I have like more there, so it's kind of thicker, right? And you put these lines in. You have to make sure they're horizontal. That way when you stick the stone mortar on there, it won't slide down. So I'm right-handed, which means, you know, it'd be easier to go that way, you know, work backwards. So that way you can just like, you know, but for some reason I decided to go forwards, but you'll still get the idea. So what I do is I get a bunch of mud on my trowel like that, start at the bottom, I put it on pretty thick. I want to make sure the bottom is good, so I'll put a big blob down there. You can put quite a bit on, just make sure it doesn't, you don't let it get stiff, you know. Should get up under there good. So yeah, no real talent or, you know, anything doing this stuff. It don't have to look pretty, you know, it's gonna get all covered up. But yeah, nice and thick, moving along. I usually do about 2 trowel widths, like 2 of these, before I put my lines in. That's just how fast I can do it. You're gonna have a different speed. It also depends on how you mix your mud. This is just how I do it. Okay. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the teeth side. So there's 2 ways to do this. You could, you know, smooth it up actually nice, like this. And they have these like rakes. They look like really like skinny rakes, and you can just drag it through. But what I do is I take a tile. This is a tile trowel. So I always start like this. Get a little scoop on there, that way you don't pull away from the existing. Put it there, and you just run it along. I got a hole up top, gonna fill that in. Okay, I got a hole back there too. So again, it don't have to look too pretty. You just do that right down. Gotta change it up. I use this side. That's pretty much it. You know, maybe touch up a couple spots here and there, put a little extra mud under it. That one kind of needs a whole bunch there. So. enough, right? Now we're gonna move on. So that is how I put my scratch coat on. And I'll show you a picture of what it looks like when I'm done. So that's what it looks like when it's all finished. I'll be back in 2 days after I pour concrete tomorrow to finish. So next time I come back, I'm ready to lay some stone. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. And thanks for watching.